Yo, 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 flip your 20 Friday. Oh, that was a couple different genres there. All right, before we get started with today's topic, which is a very serious one, if you're liking the videos, they're helping you, they're helping your friends, family, please go ahead and subscribe below. We just hit over 300 this week, so I'm almost a third of the way to 1,000. And that's just a goal I want to set for myself for 2020, to challenge myself to have a greater impact. So please subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Here we go. So today's question was asked on Instagram, and it's a question that I get a good amount. It's a tough question, and it's how do I handle the death of a loved one? All right, so death of a family, friend. It's tough. And full disclosure, it probably would have been, let me take that language back. It would have been very hard for me to answer this question about 4 years ago, because death has always been a very difficult concept for me. It's always kind of creeped me out, freaked me out, and I've been really bad. Like, I've had friends, family members who have passed away, and they just call and tell me, and I just started sobbing. So it just creeps me out. In the past, it has. But I had an experience on the 4th of July of 2016 when my grandpa passed away. And if you know my story or you read my book, I don't have much in terms of family. So my grandpa was, he was always around, certainly, but the last few years of his life we became buddies. And so it's really him, my oldest brother, and me. That's kind of the only family I had left. And my brother and I were in the room with him when he actually passed away. And, I can see it in my head right now. Strange, just strange to, like, the last breath, and then he was not alive anymore. I'm also really grateful that I had that experience. It's given me a different perspective that has really changed how I see death and how I handle it, and can actually kind of support other people and give an answer to this question. So, because when he passed away, it was really peaceful. Peaceful. And I think I needed to see that. It wasn't like some struggle and gasping for a last breath. It was just peaceful. And that gave me some peace of mind. And then, of course, the grieving process. So a little bit long-winded to say, how do you handle that? Everybody grieves differently. Everyone in your family, your friends, extended family, teachers, coworkers, colleagues, everybody grieves differently, and it's really, really important. And again, I'm just sharing from this personal experience. I'm not a death expert, but from my experience, we have to give people the space to grieve however they need to grieve. We also have to do the same for us, because it comes in waves. Like in the beginning, usually, obviously, it's very emotional. And then with time, you start to kind of move on. And then you always get the first Christmas, or, the first birthday, or the first New Year, or the first whatever without that person. And that can bring things up again. Or it could just be like, maybe the person was really, they made a really great, they had a special dish that they made, some dinner. And then when you see that dish or smell it, it brings back all the memories, and that can really hit you like a ton of bricks. So you have to give yourself some space to allow yourself and others to grieve however you need, in whatever timing that looks like. It's not like, well, it's been a month, we're good. And it just comes in different waves. One of the best pieces of advice I was given after my grandpa passed away, and I was like on the couch for a couple months and it was struggling. A friend of mine had said, gets me choked up thinking about it. He said, you have to give yourself some grace. And I never heard that before, but even now, we're going on almost 4 years, that hit my heart. Like, give yourself some grace and some space, but grace to be, not to always have to fight through it. or to figure it out, or why am I still so sad, or why am I angry, or why am I not emotional. Give yourself some grace and space to grieve and feel and evolve in whatever way you need. And give that same to other people. Because you might get over it quicker than someone else. Someone else might get over it quicker than you. It's not easy. I'm not an expert. That's just from my experience. But it allowed me to then just give myself permission to feel how I felt. And I go in waves too with it. So I hope that helps to the person who asked it, or if this is something that you've dealt with or you're going to deal with in the future. Grace and space. Everyone's on their own timeline because we carry emotions and feelings and love and in all different ways, and it shows up in different ways. And sometimes death can bring out the best and the worst in people. There's no shame in that. We don't need to bash anyone for how they're grieving. Like, why aren't they sad? Or why are they still sad or whatever? Let them be. Give yourself permission to just be as well. I hope that helps you. It's a tough topic, but we all deal with it. We're going to go through it. So that's what I have for you today. I look forward to seeing you on Monday for the next Monday with Molly. Thanks for your continued support. Again, if you have a question along the way, post it in the comments on Instagram at flipyour20_, and I'm happy to answer your question in the best way that I can. All right, flip your 20. Peace.